just Jasper when we're audible. Thanks.
Good na.
Ayun.
Ba tayo?
Yes.
What up, everybody?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Ay, na
What's
shit.
up, Bruce?
D
D
Prime.
Prime.
You guys get the I'm talking to the you guys get the notif na we're live.
On YouTube, yeah. Tell us, guys. You'll get that if naka-subscribe kayo no, sa
Yeah. If you're subscribed, you get it. So kaya kailangan ko rin sabihin sa Facebook na we're live.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, John? I mean, that's one of the topics that we have for today. Like, nagising talaga ako nung Wednesday, like, afternoon, na flooded yung notifications ko, people tagging me.
Ako naman, di ba ang aga ng NXT?
Yeah.
Like, it goes on at 8 o'clock. Are you asleep na by then?
Yes, I'm asleep. Natulog ako
So,
again.
what I do now is because I don't like obsessively live report the shows anymore. I'm gonna watch from my bed at like in the first hour kasi antok na antok pa ako. And I'm just gonna passively watch it from my bed while trying and sleep. Tapos lumabas si Evil, so I had to rush back to my chair.
Was it like in the middle of the show?
It was the second segment. So there was a long match with
so
Miles
random.
Bourne.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was the second segment of the show. So it was like 9:20 mga ganun.
Wow. It's very
Yeah, I forgot to put the mga nagparamdam kay Miles Bourne at the end of the match. Really.
I don't even remember that because the whole show was about Evil.
Yeah. Evil and
But there were a lot of I guess debuts, which we'll get to.
Yeah. That's also but yeah, I woke up on Wednesday. Sabog yung notifs ko eh. I mean, I pronounced my dislike of Evil in the past. But I did say hey, NXT, it's a clean slate. Yes, Jasper, to answer your question. He's asking if they pulled another Ricky Saints where they don't reveal a name.
Yeah, kukwento ko yan. Pero they kind of alluded to his New Japan name. Pero syempre, they did it in a way that avoided calling the wrestler Evil. So buti na lang, it's a common word, diba? So,
yes. Ganun din nata yung kay Blake Monroe eh, when she also debuted.
Ricky Saints.
Yeah, Ricky Saints.
No. When Ricky Saints debuted, nobody said
they didn't
anything.
call him Ricky Saints noong una, diba?
Yeah nga. No, what I'm saying is remember when Evil debuted yesterday, Vic Joseph said na something like there was a very evil presence.
Yeah.
So they were able to do that because the word evil is obviously a common word. So siguro kay Blake Monroe, like everything became glamorous and all that stuff. But that's not her name. That's just her moniker.
To answer John's question, I actually like LIJ Evil. It's actually one of my favorite mid-carders in New Japan. Yeah.
What's the name of that group you formed? Yung sa Bullet Club?
Oh my God. House of Torture. Don't remind me. Don't remind me of that group, man.
We'll talk about that later. Yeah. It's relevant to his WWE signing.
Yeah.
What up, John? Jasper is also
10 seconds.
Patting his top.
Please hit my music and yeet. My name is Colin Cash Money Cannon.
What do we want to talk about?
Hey, this is the Cosmic Cactus, Paul London.
You're still just a kid. Hello, WWE Universe in the Philippines. This is Charlotte.
Because mommy is always on top.
This is Lola Vice. I love you so much.
They love my Latina heat.
What's going on? This is Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed.
You are CM Punk.
We are pretty deadly. Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
To say his name.
Say his name and he appears.
Stan C, the voice of Philippine wrestling. University of the Philippines, Diliman.
Romoran, the fancy dad. University of the Philippines, Diliman.
Chino Liao, Best Gout Machine, San Sebastian College Recoletos, College of St. Benilde, De La Salle University, International Academy of Film and Television.
Emil Nate, small forward, the Ateneo de Naga University.
When you're listening.
You're listening.
And you're listening.
And you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast. And you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast.
To the Wrestling Podcast.
Wrestling Podcast.
On our Wrestling Podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast.
You're listening to the Wrestling Podcast. Yeah.
We are now listening and watching to the longest running weekly episodic Filipino wrestling podcast. This is the Wrestling Podcast coming to you on the eve of Justin Timberlake Day and Labor Day. It's more importantly, it's Labor Day.
Yes,
it's gonna be May, and it's tonight. It's Romoran, Emil Nate, Chino Liao joining you for a very, very evil week. So, like I said in the description, it's one of those rare weeks where the biggest news of the wrestling world is coming from NXT. So ubusin na natin ito. Ubusin na natin ito because it is insane. We got a lot to talk about. And how is everyone? We came off of medyo marathon recording day today. Earlier this afternoon, we had a very, very special interview. Sabihin na namin sa inyo because it's coming out soon anyway. With none other than Balikbayan
Yes.
wrestler Super P, fresh off of her Vegas trip, her WrestleMania weekend trip where she participated in the Lodestone seminar series by Bailey and wrestled as well in Las Vegas for Spark Joshi. So we talked to her about her trip, what she learned, who she met, and being Bailey's new favorite wrestler. So our patrons, syempre kasi it was in the middle of the workday, they got their very exclusive perk na nakanood sila ng interview live as it was happening. Yan ang nangyayari kapag work from home ang lahat ng tao on a Thursday afternoon. And we hope to have more of those. I don't know who yet, don't know when, but as long as we're all free, syempre, we'll be also extending that perk to all our patrons who sign up for our Patreon program. So, Emil, Nate, let's tell the people how they can sign up and support us.
All right, so like Rose said, one of the perks, of being a patron is being able to join us for, being an audience for our interviews. We already done a couple of those where our patrons would come in and watch with the Kanina, Super P, and the Brian Kendrick one that we did a few months ago. Yes. So aside from that, you get the Discord community, you get first dibs to everything that we do here on the podcast. You'll be the first ones to know. And again, those are benefits of being a patron. So you can join by going to patreon.com/wrestling podcast or gagnow.com/wrestling2xpod. As well as $5 a month. So, madami ng benefits yun. And again, it's a way to support us. We've been doing this for the last 12 years. So thank you guys for all the support. And again, the links are patreon.com/wrestling podcast and gagnow.com/wrestling2xpod.
Yo. All right. Thanks, Emil. What else we have to know? So guys, hit subscribe, follow Spotify and YouTube. Yep. But I'm sure if you're already listening to this, you probably already know. But if just in case you haven't yet, if you're new to the Wrestling Podcast, if you're new to our stuff, just go hit subscribe, hit follow, give us 5 stars, and leave a comment if you want. Baka gusto nyong kausapin yung biggest fan ni Emil Nate, si Maria Hilda Maginhawa. Shouting out.
like this live stream as well. Like the live stream, give us comments, give us super likes if you can. Diba? Malaking bagay yan.
I don't think we have super likes yet.
Wala pa ba?
I'm not
Okay.
Hindi pa. I don't know how to get that.
Hindi pa natin na-unlock, I guess. So kailangan natin ng followers, basically.
Yeah.
We need more of you guys to subscribe and share and all that good stuff para ma-unlock namin yung financial capabilities, I guess, in YouTube. Yeah.
Pabutin nyo ng 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, the 500 subscribers muna. Yun ang our next milestone.
Yes. We're 100 away. So, yun, malapit na.
Yeah. And syempre, Gank as well. We've got some subscribers on Gank. If you have a hard time, if Patreon gives you glitches, Gank is the easier way to support us kasi meron siyang support for GCash and I believe Maya, yung local e-wallet apps natin. So go check that out. Kahit 1 month lang, guys. $5 or nowadays it's 300 pesos kasi kakapalo lang ng 61 pesos to $1. So good luck to us, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to AEW and start with our wrestling talk. Let's start with the ongoing championship scene in the AEW World Championship. Darby Allin had his second defense of the World Championship, and hanggang ngayon MJF is still not getting any. MJF challenged for the TNT Championship held by Kevin Knight instead, and he lost. And then he said, "No, hey, I wasn't taking you seriously because I wanted the World Heavyweight Championship." So, how are we getting to MJF getting his championship match? And what have you thought of the recent the past 2 weeks of championship defenses by Darby Allin?
Very interesting story that they're doing here. Kasi parang MJF is getting a taste of his own medicine kasi this is his gimmick, di ba? This is something that he has done to many of his rivals in the past where hindi niya pagbibigyan yung mga kalaban niya for a championship match. So now that he's on the other side of it, it's kind of funny to see. And I like how they're booking Darby Allin here as a champion. Hindi siya yung bobo, even though he's defending the championship each and every week. Hindi siya yung bobong fighting champion who just accept challenges here and there. Like he's literally like making fun of MJF in his expense by avoiding or giving title shots to other people other than MJF. So how do we get to that match? Maybe MJF's gonna beat it out of him at some point, or they could schedule like a number one contenders match and MJF forces his way and actually win it. But definitely, I think a rematch here is gonna happen probably by Double or Nothing. I thought he was gonna be out, but apparently hindi pala.
I think there's a simpler way to answer this question. Diba kasi parang sinabi ni Darby kay MJF was, you don't have anything I want, right? MJF gives something Darby he wants, right? Whatever that is, we don't know yet. But it's an important story beat to consider because MJF is a character, essentially, diba? And he's getting desperate now to the point that he might actually do something that forces Darby's hand. Whatever that something is, hindi pa natin alam. But storyline wise, I think it creates the perfect opening for MJF to be quote unquote the devil again. As far as the match earlier was concerned, I think it was pretty good. Brody King really just throwing his body and Darby Allin's body all over the arena. Good stuff. I appreciate that, and hey, I'll appreciate the Kevin Knight match next week.
It's actually a good call, Emil. It's a good call. But I didn't actually hindi nag-click sa utak ko. Okay, Darby's doing what MJF is doing and kind of ducking him, except that he's not really ducking MJF. He's just really prioritizing other people. So that's an interesting thing that he's doing there. Right, next up, one of the more interesting plot twists here. After getting saved by the Death Riders last week from Mark Davis and the Don Callis family, Will Ospreay is now training with the Death Riders. So, napapunta siya dun sa dungeon nila, sa den nila, if you will. And he started training with with John Moxley on the floor. So this is clearly trying to become stronger for Don Cal's family. And in a way, then I believe that this is also John Moxley finally respecting Will Ospreay, and then they're kind of getting into a truce. So, Callum Newman also reacted on social media, parang nagparinig siya na, okay, aadis ka na naman. And then, is this really a thing, or is Will Ospreay trying to destroy the Death Riders from inside? What do you guys think?
This is weird to me. I like how they're doing the story, but at the back of my mind, I can't help to think, but you already have a stable, dude. You already have
He's
a
not
group
joining
of
the Death
guys.
Riders. He's just
No, no,
training.
no. But still, yun nga eh. Like, may grupo ka na, so bakit ka training or nakikipag, interact with another group? Like, if Callum Newman, like, did react correctly. Like, dude, I thought you went back to New Japan to lead us back to glory, and this is what you're doing. This is what you're doing now. So it kind of okay. They're going somewhere where I feel like they're gonna start the United Empire turning on Osprey, but I think it's too soon because they just teamed up weeks ago, and they were successful.
Okay, sure, but also respect.
I mean, yeah, I mean, but yeah, pag sa mga grupo-grupo talagang ano eh, like that's gonna be an issue if you see
I guess
one of your mates who interacting with your ops.
I actually like that or John Moxley kind of explained it like in a long way. Like he was rambling, yes, but he also kind of fleshed out your relationship and okay, like I don't care what you feel about me, but if you want to get stronger and defeat the group that we both hate, then you got to leave all your feelings at the door, diba? Sorry, Chino, were you gonna say something?
Yeah. Are we sure we're not getting anarchy at the arena anymore? Wala na, for sure.
I think it will be anarchy in the arena, pero it will be the two groups versus the DCF.
Right. Kasi yun din yung feeling ko eh. I mean, they had to incorporate Osprey into this somehow. So, him just joining them, but without actually joining, he just creates the opening for that. Whether he's actually there to destroy the Death Riders from within is another story completely. I think no. I think they've done that already. I think they can just go their separate ways now. Pero again, it's another thing entirely. They're focused on anarchy at the arena at this point, so this might be where it goes.
Yeah, I actually didn't think about that. I didn't realize that it was almost anarchy in the arena season because double or nothing na rin. So that's actually another good call, Gina. Yeah, that makes sense. And then that's how the rest of the United Empire will turn on Will Ospreay finally. Kasi,
yun, pwede din yun, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good call, bro.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And then lastly, one of the other points, I think Emil or somebody mentioned this on our Discord. So Anthony Bowens is finally officially part of the ops. So he was inducted in Collision last Saturday. And this means that the thing that they were doing with the weird Acclaimed reunion is not happening anymore. Do you guys feel that Anthony Bowens is a good fit for this group? Parang pilit siya eh.
I don't know where you got to that conclusion. I actually think we're getting the Acclaim. We're getting a reunion here. They're setting it up. Because obviously, Bowens is still a babyface. He's joining heel group. So the heel group's going to beat him up. And Max is going to
But he wanted to join the heel group.
But, I mean, parang ano pa rin eh. It's still shaky. And I think they're going to do an angle where Bowens is going to lose them a match. Yeah, and then they're gonna gang up on him. Samoa Joe's gonna retract his approval of him joining the ops, and then Max Caster is gonna come in and reunite the Acclaimed. I mean, they're in the Indies nung Mania weekend. They were basically kind of already did. I saw that
were they
in the
Mania
match,
weekend?
I saw an indie match that they had where they kind of reunited after the match against each other. I don't know if that's canon, but I think we're heading there eventually.
Baka hindi. I'm sure AEW won't spoil their stories for a ballroom in Vegas.
I don't know. It could
Fair.
be, could be not. That's actually not a bad theory. I don't mind it. It's just that, yeah, I'm not. Why would Samoa Joe so easily accept Anthony Bowens into their group, diba? Despite him, and Hook, diba? Hook was the guy who brought him in. Yeah, okay, that's a good call, Emil. Who knows? You might see them turning on him, and then syempre, it will be Max Caster saving the day and saving his friend, his former friend. Right. Before we talk about NXT, syempre, I know that you guys are ready and excited to talk about the signing of one Evil or Nox Raijin or whatever he's going to be called. But before we talk about that, let's head to a very, very quick Emil Nate dance break. All right. Eto na. Yung pinaka-hinihintay nyo. It is time. NXT saw the debut 1 week after the box was presented to Tony D'Angelo, the NXT Men's Champion, and none other than the man, the former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, the former leader of the House of Torture, the man formerly known as Evil. The rumors were true. Okay, so interestingly enough, they really do acknowledge that there are rumors, and there are actually rumors about who is signed to WWE and debut. So, I think that kind of puts to rest then the role and the importance of dirt sheets of the wrestling media to the WWE. Because hey, if they're acknowledging that the rumors are true, then it means that the rumor sites are important, diba? Like the SRSs of the world are important. Yeah. So Evil is here. And okay, first things first. Does this man need to be in NXT? Do you guys agree that he should be in NXT first compared to a Danhausen who was moved straight up to the main roster?
Yes. I think so. Kasi he's from a different country and I think I said the same thing about Julia when she also made her WWE debut via NXT na syempre they will need time to get adjusted to everything. Living in America, working the American style, diba? Working in a TV setting, diba? So the little things that I think they want to have time to get adjusted. So okay lang naman. He adds a name kasi 'di ba, dami ring nawala sa men's division ng NXT, 'di ba? With Ricky Saints and Ethan Page being called up. So he fits right in to a slot where he automatically becomes a main eventer in NXT instead of kung umakyat siya agad sa main roster, he might get lost in the shuffle right away.
I agree. I agree that he should have been in NXT first. He should be in NXT first, rather. Not because of all the wrestling reasons, whether it's adjustment to the culture or the style or whatever it is, but also because they need room up top. The main roster just called up a few people from NXT. So NXT, not only is NXT pretty sparse, but the main roster is full. Wala nang vacancy. Kumbaga. Right? So now they need room for Evil in NXT there in the title picture. Doing that also allows the WWE creative team to build up his mystique because while yes, he is a former IWGP champion and yes, he's been on New Japan for the longest time, hindi pa siya masyadong kilala ng madla. Shinsuke Nakamura had a hard time taking off the first few years of his career because of that exact same reason. So Evil will have that opportunity as well. There's also like a learning curve when it comes to the Japanese wrestlers. The Joshis and the other Japanese wrestlers of the world really take a while to latch onto on the main roster, whether it's a language thing or a cultural thing, who knows? Pero this amount of time that he spends in NXT will hopefully lessen that gap.
Yeah, I think a lot of people really misinterpret what NXT is really for. Like a lot of people are they're not wrestlers. So they come in with this preconceived notion na pang newbie lang talaga ang NXT, diba? Like there is no reason for someone who is a veteran wrestler, a former IWGP champion, diba? A former top New Japan champion in both, guys like Evil and Nakamura, that parang because they have that pedigree, hindi nila deserve to go through a familiarization process in developmental. Like even AJ Styles himself he admitted na he wished he would have gone through NXT first to really familiarize himself with that WWE style. Like, say, whether you like it or not, the WWE style really is different. And I'm not going to say anything bad about it because, say, all wrestling styles are just some other thing that you're not used to if you're a wrestler, or if you're a wrestling fan, right? And Evil being here, and anyone really being here in NXT first, despite being a big name elsewhere, to go to with the exception of guys like Danhausen, it's not a demotion. It's not them telling that wrestler, "No, okay, you're a star and you're a scrub, so you have to, learn the WWE style." It's really because it's a different game. There are different rules. So you have to learn the WWE style, diba? Because there are different rules. And it's the same way for people who grew up in WWE when they leave the WWE, diba? Like they will have to go through and learn the different ways of working in another company, diba? That's why you see some former WWE stars not quite get, kunyari, when they go over to AEW, they don't quite get how the wrestling is supposed to be there because, they're not familiar. And maybe that's why some people are in ROH. Diba? They start out in ROH and stuff like that. Diba? Or they go to TNA or whatever, right? So, well, I think fans should stop viewing it as an insult to the wrestler, to the veteran, diba? To the legend, as it may. Diba?
I mean, Evil didn't see it as I think if we were to we are to believe mga dirt sheets, he requested to put in NXT first. So kung sa kanya malaking honor yun, diba? To have somewhere to lay down roots, if you will, then who's to say na mali na ilagay siya sa NXT?
Yeah, honestly, it's really the fans who are being offended for the guys, for the wrestlers here, because it's their perception that being in NXT as a veteran wrestler is insulting when it's not. It's just it's OJT, if you will. It's just a different kind of OJT. It's like your probation period, diba? Papasok ka sa bagong kumpanya,
that's
diba?
more appropriate.
Yeah.
Mga temp status, diba? Hindi ka pa regular, diba?
Yun.
Di yung bagong pasok ka pa lang sa company, ka na agad. Diba? Di ba pwedeng ganun eh. Yeah. I agree with that comparison. Yeah.
Yeah, I really need, if you're listening to this, I really need you to stop being insulted when somebody gets put in NXT, because sometimes it's the wrestler's choice to be put in NXT, because I would rather that you take the hit and assume, diba, that you're not knowledgeable enough to work this completely different style instead of trying to force the issue there. And there are even some points na some people still don't get it after being in NXT. Kasi iba talaga. There is no one way to wrestle. Anyway. All right. So the name, the alleged name is Nox Raijin. Raijin is a reference to a thunder god. Nox means night or darkness.
Sayang, kala ko talaga siya si Royce Keys. It's really hoping for that Royce Keys spot.
Kala ko siya si Romeo Moreno.
I mean, it's a cool
what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the name?
Yeah, it is.
Nox is an interesting first name. I will say for For it's
For a Japanese guy.
For a Japanese guy.
A Latin word for a Japanese guy.
Exactly.
Usually
Exactly. I didn't
diba?
but the Raijin, yeah, I guess makes sense. The Raijin part makes sense.
I mean, he did call himself Evil. That's an English name.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Like Nox is very like European name.
It's Latin.
It's
literally
Latin.
Latin.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe because the
It means
people that
knight.
have that name are Europeans that I know. Okay, no, but it's okay. I mean, much better than maybe just calling him evil because that's again this very generic English word.
Yeah. Okay. And then syempre hindi lang si Evil ang dumating sa sa NXT. So there were a number of names from Evolve. There was Cam Hendricks, one of the blue chippers that they have over there down there. Tristan Angels, who appeared first on
Evolve.
Evolve in AAA.
Okay, yeah.
So nauna ko siya nakita sa AAA. And then a surprise NXT signing, Will Cruz, who is
this is interesting.
a former Progress champion. He's a big boy and talagang mukha siyang fan.
Will Cruz,
people thought he was a fan.
Will Cruz, if you guys don't know, is part of Pursuit Pro Wrestling, PPW, in the UK. And if you don't know what that is, you've probably seen it on your reels. They're the guys who do those crazy 2K26 moves.
Yes, I've seen
in UK. So you probably, if you don't know the face, then you probably know the reels. So siya yung mullet guy, the guy who made the mullet bomb popular and trending on social media for a hot second there.
Yeah,
so
I was very
surprised. I was very surprised to see him appear on NXT.
Yeah, John Cena reposted his face because, like, what a cosign, diba? John Cena post.
Natawa ako when watching this, and Vic Joseph on commentary was saying, "Is he a fan?"
fan.
Yeah, exactly. Like sobrang natawa ko sa line na yun. Like, but yeah, a big boy doing a moonsault will definitely get your attention.
He probably doesn't have the best look, I guess, in terms of like wrestling look. You know what I mean?
It is interesting.
No, I love his look.
It's interesting, diba? I mean, because look at who he takes after. Diba? Kevin Owens of the world. Diba? The everyman look has its appeals, and if you know of him, then you know that he can go. So it'd be interesting to see what he does longer in the long term.
Yeah, that's my favorite look in wrestling. The big boy,
the big
look.
boy,
the big boy look who could do everything.
The Bob from Tekken build.
Big boy, but can do everything in the ring.
That's the big boy with the man titties look, Emil. Is that what you like? The man titties look.
Emil, kaya pala lapit ka ng lapit sa akin.
There's a context to that. It's a basketball thing. I'll explain later.
All right. And syempre, hindi lang yung mga lalaki ang nag-debut. I think we saw this. This was hype last week, but Lizzie Rain finally debuted after like months in training, and she is the heavy metal princess, I believe, something like that. What was the moniker?
Apparently, I just remember she says heavy metal never dies.
Yeah. No.
I don't know what. The heavy metal brawler, probably.
But so she beat Nikita Lyons, and then she debuted this really, really awesome pop-up kick that was inspired by Meiko Satomura's Scorpio Rising. Really good stuff, even though the angle that was gotten by the cameras was bad. Like, I didn't see the impact. Like, show me the impact. But what do you guys think of Lizzie Rain's debut and her gimmick?
She's instantly my favorite now in NXT. That's how
is Lizzie Rain
Yeah.
the first person in a long while na may actual gimmick as a wrestler?
Pag-debut, di ba?
Actually, that's a good question. Kasi now that I think about it, Kendall Gray doesn't really have a gimmick apart from being a shooter.
Yeah.
Diba sino ba? Ren Sinclair only had a gimmick after she became part of NQCC. So parang it's a very fair point to make that somebody like Lizzie Rain, who has an actual style to her, stands out immediately. Diba? Kasi parang,
meron Ano siya, hook talaga.
Yeah.
The closest thing maybe I could think of, a recent one, is probably Sol Ruga. Kasi
But that's been a while,
she
though.
was
That's been a
already
while.
presented as
Kakount mo si
DNA.
Sol.
Surfer Girl?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the beginning, I remember.
2.0 has been a while, and there have been plenty of debuts in between that. So,
Sabagay.
diba, I mean, if you're gonna count Soul, siguro count mo na din si Tony D. Diba? Count mo na din si...
No, I mean, that was like 5 years ago.
Kaya nga. So, that's what I was saying. There's been a lot of debuts in between then. So, I guess you are correct in saying that si Lizzie Ray has that rare debut with the gimmick attached to it. Lizzie Ray, fun fact, the niece of the original drummer of Iron Maiden.
Yep. That is her claim to fame then.
So, may metal roots talaga siya. That's why she has that whole metal gimmick to her.
Yeah.
The fact that she got a gimmick right, like presented right away on TV, reminds me of old NXT. Honestly, yung the pre-network NXT, where every week they would air a video package about someone and they would explain their gimmick, and the next week debut again. Then they already have this established persona. Na, for example, Tyler Breeze, diba? Or sino pa ba? Sila.
Evolve did, diba? Evolve does that a bit.
Yeah.
Right?
The early Roman Reigns. Yeah, the early Roman Reigns as well. Ganun din. They had him like speaking a promo before making his debut. So I like that approach. I mean, that is something that we're not getting as much as before, I would say.
Again, Evolve does it. So
I don't
watch Evolve if you miss that.
Right. I mean, yeah. But in NXT, that is something that we haven't really gotten in a while. Just saying, they've been doing it in Evolve.
All right. Next up, Ricky Saints has a farewell match against Shiloh Hill on the main event of this week's episode of NXT. After the match, he cuts a emotional promo, and I think he and Ethan Page don't get to wrap up their little feud here, and he just leaves NXT. So what did you guys think of how this was done?
Let's talk about, it was a good run for Ricky Saints, honestly, in NXT. He was an NXT champion. He was a North American champion as well, diba? Or did he? I think he was.
Yeah, he was.
He was. So he already did everything in NXT, so good run for Ricky Saints. And di ba sa SmackDown siya pupunta?
If reports are to be believed, then yes.
No. It's not a report. They actually
confirmed him.
Okay. Yeah, they teased him on the show.
Oh, okay.
They announced him on the show.
Interesting. What if they have him reunite with Royce Keys and compete in the tag division? They have the history, di ba?
That's higher than Taz.
I don't know. It would be nice though, but that would mean they would have to acknowledge, okay, this thing happened in AEW. And they haven't really acknowledged anything that was happening in AEW. Like with Punk and with
it's funny that you mentioned that kasi pinapanood ko din yung Raw, which we'll get to in a bit. The Intercontinental feud, literally all former AEW guys. So it's funny.
But Rusev, Page, and Javon technically, diba? He was in AEW for a hot minute. Yeah. Okay.
He was a dark jobber.
Technically, si Javon kasama din but I'm pretty sure we've seen the Penta Rusev match on AEW. Diba? So,
that's a possibility.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
So it's funny that we're getting all these crossovers without any wink nudge attached to it.
Yeah. So So I don't think we're gonna get that Royce Keys Ricky Saints thing. No. Oh, we're in Team Taz. You were in Team Taz. Even though Taz is a former WWE star.
Oh, right.
Anyway,
unless mag-orange siya na bigla.
The orange gear dati.
Yeah, they both
had copyright ni Taz yung kulay.
Orange and black. It makes sense. It is a branding choice then for Taz. Like if you see orange and black, it's Taz or TMDK.
Oh.
All right. Lastly from NXT. Okay, Emil's gonna love this one. Zarya gets a really, really obviously AI video slop package. Please. So this isn't actually the first time they have really shown na gumamit sila ng AI. They did this for that Tatum Paxley's vignette that aired a while back. That was clearly AI if you can't spot it. And this one is even more obvious than AI siya. Kasi it was a shot of Zarya just walking and it was very clear na AI yung ginamit na paggawa kasi it was so stiff. Diba? It was so robotic and alam mo eh, when you see an AI when you see an AI video, like it's weird because I've seen better AI videos on TikTok than this, and this is technically coming from a major company, diba? So, okay, Emil, take it away.
I mean, I hate whenever, especially a company like WWE who has a like I think they have a graphics department
Oh, meron.
or diba?
Like they do this themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Like why even resort to this? You know, like they are known for doing great video packages. Why can they just do that? You know? And although I will say I love that they're putting an effort here on Zarya. She was the winner of that feud against Sol Ruka, which I feel so vindicated about that. But man, and they gotta stop with that AI shit, man.
Okay, I will say something controversial here. Would like you to let me finish before I say
Go ahead.
before you interrupt me.
All right.
Okay. Before, if we were to talk about this, before, let's say a few months before, so maybe in January of this year, you asked me about AI. As a writer and as somebody who's worked in the entertainment industry, I would say, oh, AI, bad. No AI, bad AI. Now, after learning more about it, I am of the belief that not all AI is bad. Yes, they have a graphics team. Yes, they can pull off a vignette. But there are AI techniques used by mainstream ad agencies even here in the Philippines and other filmmakers here in the Philippines that use AI and use it effectively. However, this was not it.
Oh yeah.
This was clearly
there you go.
overdone.
Yep.
This was clearly overdone. They just fucking let AI do its thing without any editing whatsoever. And that is not the AI I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
Okay? To be fair, yung AI may uses din siya, pero hindi mo pwedeng iasa lahat sa kanya. Okay? Everything still needs the human touch here. And clearly, this had very little, if any, of that.
Yeah, that's a great
They
call.
just fed Zarya and Soul's
they just
pictures.
fed it at the
Tapos,
bala na, right?
tapos ito, animate na si Zarya, naglalakad, pero mukha siyang ewan. Hindi siya nag-emote. Tapos yung script niya, AI siguro.
Fire sa likod.
Yeah. Diba? It was so bad. Like, you had a week to pull this off. To shoot, diba? To create graphics. Like, how hard could it be? Like, no, kasi the thing about that is, Chino's right. Okay, if you use AI in conjunction with your natural technique, your natural skill, your natural talent, you can create something nice. But at the same time, if a wrestling company has all that money and they are very obviously using AI for most of what they're doing, then it just screams, it just screams cheap. Diba? It just screams shallow. Na, okay, tamad ba kayo? Di nyo kayang,
that's
di nyo kayang
laziness.
pagandahin to. Diba?
Yeah.
I think AI is slowly starting to become a mark of cheapness when it comes to creative output. And people will say, oh, you use AI, but you're watching it anyway. Like, sure, man. I mean, just because that's not going to stop me from watching. I mean, the whole point is to call it out, not to stop watching, diba?
Yeah.
Diba? I mean, hopefully, like, the product doesn't become AI video of wrestlers doing their thing, diba? Like, hopefully it doesn't have to come to that, diba? And I don't think it ever will. Because how are you going to do it for the live audience, diba? So it's just weird. I mean, we can call it out and watch it at the same time. Like, not everything has to be a boycott, diba? That is like. Sorry, go ahead.
No, because I also saw something this week regarding AI, and I don't know who said this, but someone higher up from TKO who said that
Shapiro.
in their creative process, they use AI. And I just hope they're using AI in the way that Chino is referring to. You know,
Ang nakuha kong impression from what Mark Shapiro said, and I'm not defending anyone, is that they're asking AI for insights. Like they're using AI as a search engine to look up data and to, para scrape the social media feeds and see like, oh, sino popular, who does the crowd like right now, diba? And which crowds like this or that wrestler, diba? Kung yun lang ang gamit nila for AI as a search engine, then that's okay. But I hope that they're not, wholesale getting story ideas and scripts, diba, from AI.
yes.
To give you an industry example, a few friends of mine have begun exploring AI to create storyboards because storyboard essentially the one storyboard artist, yes, but we're making storyboards, video storyboards, very effective when it comes to pitching. Also, they use AI to polish a lot of editing, shortening the post production time for certain things, right? So even motion graphics artists that I know use AI to polish things up. Pero it doesn't mean na inaasa lang nila 100% sa AI lahat. That's where you draw the line there.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's a great call.
Yeah, it's a great call, Chino. But yeah, so I hope that they see this backlash, pun not intended, and just stop. Because I don't know, this isn't essential. Like you can just have them do the computer graphics over a weekend or whatever. It was a 1-minute segment. It's not like you're gonna rely on computer graphics for 2 hours. This isn't a Marvel movie. So this is stop. It's at least don't make it that obvious, or don't make it 100% AI or 90% AI.
True.
Diba? All right. So yeah, that's it for NXT. Well, we have Raw to talk about, but let's take a quick break before we go to Raw.
I'm the topic. They told
Ayun, here we go.
Okay.
All right, we're back. Lastly, let's go to Raw. Okay. A few points. A lot of the Backlash card has been set up because, syempre, it is happening 1 week from Saturday. 1 week from Saturday. Yeah, it is. There was a 2-week turnaround for Backlash, dude.
Wow.
So, GG tayo dyan. Okay, Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns is now official. All Jacob had to do was apply the Tongan death grip to his cousin. And in establishing, okay, I want what you have. I'm gonna take everything that you have, and I'm gonna fight for it. He's gonna fight for that life that Roman Reigns has. And Roman says that it's nepotism because I let you fight I let you challenge me and all that. And blah. So how good is the storytelling here with only 3 episodes of Raw to build this match up?
You know what? I think it's better than the entirety of Cody and Orton. Honestly.
I'm sure. Kasi this isn't being messed with by TKO.
Yes.
This whole thing is so much better than Cody Orton. Diba? Anything douche Roman is part of, sign me up. Because, all it took was for Roman Reigns to little cousin him para ilabas ni Jacob ang pinagbabawal na move. Diba? In the Tongan Death Grip. Right? So I love how they essentially gifted him this move when Haku literally has 3 sons on the roster. I love how they brought to life the whole hierarchy and dynamic from even the very first part of Raw where they were doing this secret meeting to now, to even LA Knight calling out the Usos for saying that, oh, well, naman kayo, you're siding with Roman again, right? So all of that is just a nice little cherry on top for this final main event segment where Jacob really just felt like he was pushed into a corner here, felt like he was underestimated. And so now we're going to see what he can do come Backlash.
Very interesting. They put a white meat babyface against Roman for his first title
Is he a
match
white meat
after-
babyface though?
He's not a babyface. I don't think
No,
Jacob? No, I'm saying
Jacob is a
Jacob.
babyface. Jacob is a face, but he's not a white meat babyface.
No,
You know that.
I think mali yung term ko. So I think he was what I meant to say was a babyface has a lot of momentum, right? After the Drew win at WrestleMania, very interesting choice. Kasi whenever I watch Romans ever since winning the title, tayo na bumabalik na naman yung kupal na Roman. Yung head of the table Roman, especially with how again he is treating the Usos. Again, I go back to that promo after WrestleMania where he said, "You're not here to serve me, but we're here to dominate." And yet, you see, you see how the promo was set up on Raw, and you see how he talks to the Usos. So is this deliberate on their part? I mean, just because he has the title again, it means now, hey, it's douchebag Roman again.
Yeah, and the interesting part, Jenny, see now, because I always thought Roman was the face here, because he was to me the face against CM Punk. But then here now, you're saying that see Jacob on face, which I didn't get because he said he wanted to take everything Roman had. So it's hard. It's hard to pick a side here on who to cheer for. Syempre I want to cheer for Roman Reigns because I am a fan. But other than that, morally, whose side are you supposed to pick? Diba?
I think Jacob made the compelling case as the good guy or the face in the story when he said he wanted to provide better education for his children. He wanted to.
He has very babyface motivation.
Diba? Kasi see yung motivation sa ni Jacob is not to like steal the tribal chief status from Roman. He just wants, a better future for his family. So
he just wants the pay grade that is associated with being a champion, being the world champion.
So that made me root for Jacob more than Roman in this feud.
Pero gets kayo sinasabi ni Chino that doesn't automatically make Roman the heel. He's a dick, yes, but at the same time, Jacob did step to him, and he was being dickish, but that doesn't necessarily make him a heel in this case. But yeah, I get it now. So interesting lang din. I think we're still carrying over the fact that Roman is still not clearly a heel, despite appearing that way. So in the Punk feud and the Roman feud, parang none of them were clearly heels, and none of them was a clear-cut babyface. Punk was also acting like a dick. But even though you can say na Jacob is acting noble because he's a dad, he's providing for his family, he's also acting wild, diba? So that's really interesting point to really try and draw a line here. We can't draw a super solid line as to what Jacob really is. So anything else you guys want to talk about this story?
I'm waiting for more. I'm waiting to like what.
Well, we have one more episode of Raw.
Yeah,
to build it up.
Yeah.
Tapos lalabas na si Pat McAfee.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Please
round
Please
2.
no.
Here we go.
All right. Io Sky versus Asuka is set for Backlash. Asuka says they're done when she says they're done, and then she also references. She kind of vaguely references the release of Kyrie by saying that Io was someone who disappointed her and failed her because she refused to listen. So she kind of cut Kyrie loose because she didn't want another Io in the making. So what did you guys think of that? Because there was some resistance to that, but at the same time, if you watch TV, And if you watch film where there's a series and syempre one character leaves the show or leaves the production, they do kind of have to explain where that character went. So what did you guys think of that?
Not gonna lie to you guys, I lost interest in the match when
Okay.
I lost interest in the match already because
Kasi,
they let go of Kyrie. Because
okay.
for me, the eventual Io versus Asuka match was just an avenue for the Kyrie face turn. So them having that match was for me basically you know that's the thing that makes me interested in that match is the fact that Kyrie can turn on Asuka at after that match or at some point during that whole thing. So now that she's out, parang okay, one person's gonna win and probably they're gonna end the feud right there. Because like the point of this feud was Kyrie being caught in the middle, and now that the character is gone, wala na, like, wala na yung
Yeah,
hope.
Kyrie essentially was at stake here.
Yes.
Diba? There's the angel and devil scenario. Well, we know who's on the shoulder ni Kyrie. And now that she's gone, it feels like they're trying to end this storyline as quickly as possible. Which is interesting because nothing's at stake anymore. Diba?
That's right.
Kyrie was at stake. And now that you took Kyrie out, what are they actually even fighting for? Pride? Like,
yeah.
Diba? Parang
Who's right, diba? To shut Asuka up.
Oh, yun nga, diba? So it's not as compelling as it was before. When they had the stakes of Kyrie's soul here.
Actually, I'm more interested now because they teased it on Raw, the potential Io versus Becky feud than this one.
Yeah. Oh well. I think they're gonna get this out of the way, and then they're gonna go to Io versus Becky. Yeah. All right. Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker also set for Backlash. Street Profits finally gave the explanation we were looking for. Bakit sila umepal? Yung pala, they were really just chasing after the vision, and they had nothing to do with Seth, or they didn't want anything to do with Seth.
I mean, makes sense kasi if you think about it, kupal pa rin si Seth eh. So it just so happens that he's going up against another group na kupal din. So it's funny because I saw some comments online after Raw na they're just booking for Backlash. They're just booking matches that were originally slated for WrestleMania. Now that they got everybody back. So yeah, I mean, Seth versus Braun is probably gonna run. This program is gonna run throughout the summer, so they might as well get their first match out of the way. I don't think this feud is gonna be over. I feel like this is a feud that will run its course until SummerSlam, but okay, it's gonna be a nice match, for sure.
Yeah, what a promo battle between these two guys. They know that Braun Breaker had it in him, pero got cooked by Seth Rollins in this one. So
yes,
it was still pretty entertaining. So the barbs that they threw at each other here.
It was okay. I like that Braun did the Seth impersonation.
Oh yeah,
that was
a
funny.
good one. That's a good one.
I think he's much better trying to be funny than trying to be super intense. Like his uncle.
Yes. Oh, right. Actually, mas entertaining siya when he's trying to be Scott.
This is a big pop-up medyo seryoso siya dun sa ginagawa niya. Hindi niya alam na pinagtatawanan siya. Right? I think Braun Breaker's a little more self-aware than that.
No, I think Scott Steiner knows he's being funny.
I mean, especially with the math promo. Like, I don't think that was intended to be a serious promo.
Yeah, he knew that was gonna be a funny promo.
Yeah.
All right. Lastly, Stephanie Vaquer is confirmed to be out injured. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I think she was injured then, like a few months before WrestleMania. She had a walking boot, remember? And then they were heading into WrestleMania banged up. So, sad lang. It is what it is, though. It's the business, and it's a physical business.
Yeah, get well soon to Stephanie. Yeah, the past few months, medyo in-ring wise, hindi natin masyado nakita si Stephen. Like, aside from the WrestleMania match, I can't remember any time she was in a match before that. So she was probably already hurt. But now that tapos na yung program niya with Liv, they could actually like write her off and let her take some time off.
The interesting plot twist here, apart from her unfortunately being written out, is the face pop Roxanne Perez got. I mean, I understand that they
She was in
found her
Laredo.
in her
hometown
hometown, but si Finn Balor umaaligid in the background, trying to tempt Stephanie to the light side. So it'll be interesting to see if they pull the trigger on her against Liv Morgan, if that's where this is going.
I think that's one of those things that's gonna be a slow burn, just like also the Finn down feud.
I don't think it's a slow burn because they're already having Finn hang around, and it's very clearly trying to get somewhere before long.
Interesting, but I still think it's gonna be like not in the sense of like it's gonna be months, but like maybe the next like month or so is where this is gonna unfold.
Okay, fair. All right, that's it for our topics for this week, for the live stream this week. Thank you for joining us as always. Before we get out of here, though, let's get some plugs. Chino, what you got?
Yeah, May 9, I am doing the very first stand-up show in Binondo. It's called The Great Wall of Binondo, featuring myself, Stanley Chi, and Ansis C, happening at the Ramada Manila Central. That's right next to Binondo Church. Ongpin, Binondo, Manila. Tickets are available at comedymanila.ph. And for everything else I do, just follow me on social media at Chino Supersized.
All right, Emil?
No plugs for me. Just follow the social media pages of the Wrestling Podcast. And abangan niyo yung interview namin with Super P. That was a fun interview that we did earlier. Yeah.
All right. Tickets for Dakila 2 will become available again, I believe, soon.
SRO ba to?
I don't know. I don't have any intel on what it's going to be. Pero kung wala pa kayong tickets, abang-abangan nyo lang sa Dexcon at leaguesplay.ph. Tickets for Baka Gaijin and Friends Manila 2 still available. Sari-Sari, Washington, Makati. Guys, it's going to be so much fun. And then the meet and greet is happening right before that. If you haven't been to our bar shows yet, please go check it out. It's so much fun, guys. I guarantee you will enjoy yourselves on that.
It's going to be my first one. This upcoming 23rd.
You know.
Yeah.
John, no 2K stream just yet kasi Emil is in Manila.
No, I'm back in Naga, so I might do.
Oh, you're back in Naga.
Yes.
Balik ka na naman.
Yeah, I'll be back by Dexcon. It's still
mo siya, mayaman siya.
It's still a month. It's still like what?
Bahay na row.
Yeah,
it's dollars.
Tatlo bahay na.
Kasi sobrang init sa Manila last 2 weeks. I just went home.
All right. As for me, go follow the Bulls Club PH podcast. New episode tomorrow. All right. That's it. Thank you, Babyface Producer Jasper, for always making us sound great. If you want to continue the conversation, it is at Wrestling2X Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and on Twitter, TikTok, and Blue Sky, at Wrestling Podcast on Instagram, Threads, and Facebook. At Chino Supersize for Chino on Twitter and everywhere. At EML_Meister for Emil, at _Stancy for Stan, at Monday Night Rowan for Rowan. For me, it's at Shang.Daddy on Threads and Instagram and TikTok, at Roazwar on Twitter. We'll see you guys again next week. Sana may Monday live stream tayo, pero kung wala, we'll just let you know. The Super P episode will also likely come out on Monday noon. Just stay tuned for that. Subscribe to our channel just so you can get your notifs right away. And yeah, that's it for this week's episode, this week's live stream of the Wrestling Podcast. See you again. Until then, stay safe, stay cool, stay hydrated. Turn your air cons on. It's better to have your air con at home than the air con sa hospital. Don't want to get that heat stroke. And don't be a dick. Wrestling Podcast out. Peace.